Success is all I see. Let me tell you what that mean. Money on my mind, a bitch can't get a hold of me. Mama said in all due time, but now
What's going on, everybody? This is Sir Davis with Off the Record Texas. Welcome y'all to our first official show. Special guest with me, Mr. Kevin Palmer, aka KP, aka KPZ. Real quick, a lot of people don't know this about you, man, but you are responsible for a lot of the stuff that happens behind the scenes. So I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day just to come by, chop it up with me. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
First of all, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
So yeah, man, just a little bit about myself, man. Like I'm originally from Houston. You know what I'm saying? So like
oh, are you really?
Originally from Houston, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like so you know, I always kind of been in them streets. My pops, you know, he was always kind of like a party type dude. So like I kind of got it honest, you know what I'm saying? So out when I was in Houston, you know, I kind of worked for you know, just a little retail spots, you know what I'm saying, like shoe stores and stuff. So I got to collab, just meeting different artists and things like that. So I would always be at different clubs or different events. And then that's kind of when I first kind of like, you know, kind of started promoting things, you know. I had a partner who was doing like the underground stuff. So that's kind of when I kind of got like a taste of like, just like promoting things. Like I like to see people have a good time. So that's really kind of how I kind of got started, just doing things. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, because I know you have a little bit of military background.
I do.
Did the promotion and stuff start before or after that?
It actually started before.
Really?
But when I got into the military, like it just became a thing. Like it became a natural part of who I was. So we would always do events.
While you were in the military?
Yeah, always do events. We'd always have parties, dorm parties. You know, we would, you know, get kegs of beer or like a bunch of liquor.
Y'all got to have something to do. I'm already knowing.
Yeah, because we was in Missouri. So like my first base was Missouri. So like it wasn't really nothing to do. Really? So like everybody was kind of like a big family out there. So we would always like do events. So we'd do a dorm party and everybody pull up, like people and married folks in base housing, like, so we was kind of like the it crowd as far as like doing events and stuff.
Did it ever get like out into the public or what y'all were doing? Did y'all ever get a over leak of just, you know, I guess the word of mouth, so to say, you know what I mean? Like, did people start hearing about this and wanting to pull up and seeing what it was all about?
Yeah, on the base initially, like, because, you know, like really, it was just really about us friends, just really trying to make a situation like more accommodating, because, you know, we all away from home. You know, we all just trying to like, you know, find a connection, have some people to kick it with. So that's really how it really started. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to create an environment where we all can just kick it. But it just always became a thing. Like, so
I can see that because, yeah. I mean, I have a lot of family in the military, and they always tell me that, you know, when they get caught up on the base or wherever they get deployed or whatever the case may be, there's not much to do.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So having that type of event. So did you take what you learned, and did you have any partners when you did it, or was this kind of like all you?
Well, really, it was just a group of us, man. We used to call ourselves a South Circle, corny shit, but
the South Circle. Shout out to Small Circle, by the way. I love that.
Yeah, so we used to call ourselves like the South Circle because we were all from the South. Like a lot of us were from Houston, a couple of cats was from different parts of the South. So like we just had our own little crew.
That's dope.
Yeah, and we would just like, you know, we would all come together and, you know, we just do our thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Yeah.
How many were y'all?
It was probably like, let me see, it might have been like maybe about 10 of us, maybe. Yeah, like it was like a bunch of us from Houston. You know, one of my main partners, DJ, Big Stan, Mr. O. Like, you know, we was all, you know, it was like a little crew of us, man. So
that's dope.
Yeah,
I had no idea. So you've been doing the events for a minute then.
Yeah, like for as long as I can remember, bro. Like I was always about just people having a good time.
Really?
So like hosting just different things, like, so making sure that my people, you know, we can get together and vibe out. Like, so it's always just been kind of something that's been part of my natural aura.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
So like, were y'all turning it into a business? Like, when did it become a business for you? Because I know that obviously, you know, just having a good time, just bringing some people out, you know, especially being on base with nothing to do, you know, you're turning up, you're making fun out of something that you don't really get a chance to have too much fun out of, right?
Yeah.
When did it start becoming a business for you?
It's many years later. Because
Okay.
like to me it was just trying to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like so I didn't really put the business aspect to it till I came to Corpus is when I really kind of like, decided to really put the energy into like, putting a business actually behind it.
So when did you come to Corpus? Like when did the military, when did that all end, and when did you first come to Corpus?
Well, I got out in 2005.
Okay.
And then I was in I was in Utah for like 9 years.
Utah's
Yeah,
that's a different
and so
vibe.
we would do the same thing in Utah. We throw these parties in Utah at my man Fred crib, and we would have different type of parties. Sometimes we have stripper parties where we have strippers come through,
Okay. That's fine.
or we have a regular party where we have the wives come through. Like what I'm
right.
saying. Or we have a party where it just be all like poker parties. Like we was always just doing parties,
So you just always throwing something.
always throwing something, bro.
Okay.
Like so.
Yeah, Utah's a different type of vibe. You got a lot of the Mormons out there. You got a
Yeah.
lot of the blue collar workers out there. You got a lot of the different vibes. Like, what's different between Texas and how you were turning up in Utah?
Well, really, it was just. I think the difference really was, and I ain't gonna even cap. Like Utah was lit.
Really?
Like it was lit. Like you wouldn't think it, and all
I mean,
that.
I've heard nothing but good things about it. You know what I mean?
Like so,
I've
like
heard nothing but good things about it.
so you think like it's all Mormons, but man, nah, man.
Yeah.
Like they be doing their thing.
Okay.
So
Yeah, no, I was in the solar industry, and our boss, he's from Utah. He's a Mormon, and he told me that it gets pretty live out there. So
Yeah.
if he said it, I believe it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because he getting him to step out is like you pulling teeth. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I definitely believe that it gets live out there. So 2005, you came down to Corpus.
no, 2010 actually.
Okay.
So I was there like serving my military time. I got out. Then I worked for this depot, which basically like they worked on like generators and in-flight generators. So I
Okay.
was doing that, you know what I'm saying, for a good little minute. And then about 2010, November 2010, I got a job down here, and then that's what brought me down here.
Okay, what were you doing?
I was working on at that time I was working on actually I went from working on age equipment, which is basically like just the equipment I was working on was generators, right? So any part of the generator I was working on, and then I went from there to working on locomotives. So I was working on trains, like
Damn.
yeah, bro,
Okay.
big ass trains, bro.
You're like Batman.
Bro. There's jack of all
during,
trades.
just during the day, just working at nighttime, just turning up the parties. Okay?
Exactly.
That's what's up. What was your first event that you threw here?
The first event that I threw here.
Yeah, I'm talking about for the business, first event, actually getting paid for.
Okay, so like God bless Rewind. Like he came together with the guy named Moose and then myself to come up with the concept of Party 361.
Really?
Okay, so that was kind of the inception. Okay, then initially I was just taking pictures, bro. I was just doing pictures at clubs, right?
Oh, you know what? I think you told me about that.
Yeah, so I was doing pictures at clubs all over the place, just doing nightlife photography. Then, so the first event we did was Kurt Cobain's. Kurt Cobain's at
Fajitaville?
No, not at Fajitaville. It was at the spot next door. Man, what is that spot called? George's spot, man. It's Sunset Rodeo now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But we did our first Kurt Cobain show over there.
Gotcha. Well, okay, let's bring it back a little bit because RP Rewind. I know y'all had the Party 361.
Mm-hmm.
How did you meet him, and what brought about Party 361?
The funny thing about it is like he was at Tropical Hookah.
I remember that. Yeah.
So like I don't know the first level of the craziness for after hour stuff. Right. So
Right.
So then I met him. I would just pull up in there and just I like how he was DJing. I dap him down. But hey, what's up, man?
Okay.
And it just became like a regular. I pull up, say what's up, and then eventually I ask him his name. He says Kevin. I'm like, oh shit, my name is Kevin too. So
Okay, so then the network began.
the network began.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would pull up. People like, oh man, pull up over. So I sit on the side of the DJ booth.
Right.
And I just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? So
That's fire. And then did y'all hit it off, or was there? Because you know how some friendships, they either hit it off right off the rip, or there's some type of headbutting in the beginning. Like, how did that relationship?
No, it was cool. Like, I mean, he was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was never like no headbutt. Like, because I didn't really know how good he was or how smart he was initially. I just thought he was a DJ. You know what I'm saying? But he was cool.
Business oriented.
Yeah, business oriented. So
Yeah,
so when I initially came to be, I didn't know that he was like somewhat of a legend in San Antonio.
Really?
From all the radio stuff he did, the party stuff he did, like I had no clue.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So
yeah, because I mean, he has some accolades, especially here in the city. I know he threw a really big. I don't know how it was organized. I just know, I've seen videos and stuff, but at the beach, turned up crazy over there. Yeah, and I definitely know that he has some accolades in the DJ community. Mm-hmm. So what was the first party that y'all guys threw together?
So the first thing we did together was the Kurt Cobains. Okay, and we did that one, and then we did it again. So we did 2 Kurt Cobains almost back to back. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of the first thing. And it did cool. It was like a costume party, kind of like around Halloween.
Or like a masquerade?
No, more like a costume party. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, gotcha. But I mean, but we really was promoting it to the college students. Okay. So it was kind of it was kind of a college party. We were trying to do something for the college kids. So that was like the first thing we did.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you and I both know that when it comes to the events, it's like a roller coaster ride, man. Mm-hmm. You have your ups, you have your downs. I really enjoy your input with everything that we do on the back end today. But what made you stick with it, and why do you still stick with it? Well, initially, like, cause it's really not work to me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I just enjoy the idea of people having a good time, and if I can create an environment that allow people to have a good time, that's an enjoyment to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to sit back and watch it. So you never seen this as a job? You've seen this as entertainment?
Entertainment always. Like, it's never been work for me.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. Have you ever taken a major loss from a event?
I mean, yeah, I've taken a loss. Like when we did the Kirko, I took a loss there.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, like, man, I don't know how that situation played out. I just know the money went in, and I don't know where it went to.
It didn't come out.
It didn't come out, but that was my first event. But it put me on the game. It made me start to watch the money.
So yeah. So with that being said, the challenges, man. What kind of challenges did you have to go through to get the smarts that you have now in order to apply it to the events that you're doing today? Like, I used to hate this shit, but Rewind would be like I would be like, yo, like, help me this, and he'd be like, nah, you just gotta see for yourself. You gotta see for yourself. yeah. And I'd be like, okay. So I started to do more shit. Right. And then so do the trial and see, oh, that shit didn't work. Right. Oh, that shit didn't work. I ain't doing that again. Or this person burned me, or I made a bad deal, or this, that, and other. So really, like, as I started to do more of the events, right, and I started to see the challenges, and then I started to learn from the mistakes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was just all like in the moment. You just had to figure it out as you went. Yeah, that's really it. And then once I figured it, then he was like, then I was able to get him paid. Right. Then he knew, okay, this cat now he's arrived. He's taking it serious. Yeah. No, I feel that. Yeah. So with that being said, I kind of feel the same way. Like, I had the same relationship with Fame, right? Mm-hmm. And I met Fame a few years back. It's been quite some time now, and he's kind of like that with me today. Right. He's really big on, like, hey, you just gotta, I'm gonna show you the way, but I'm not gonna give you everything. You have to understand what the losses are like. You have to understand what the work is like. Because at the end of the day, if you're always just getting it handed to you, you're not gonna appreciate it that much more, right? Yeah. When did you first meet Fame, and how did that relationship go? Okay, this shit is funny, right? So, like, Fame used to always be with Drippy, and I used to always be with Rewind, right? Okay, yeah. So we swore that we didn't like each other. It was like some hidden, mysterious beef that we thought was there, and we didn't realize. Like, we thought that Fame didn't like us, because it was kind of a similar situation. Like, Drippy did music, but, like, you had Drippy's kind of business with Fame, right, and then I was kind of business with Rewind, right. So, like, whole time we're thinking that, oh, they don't like us, we don't, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But it was just all just like smoke and mirrors. You just never had the opportunity to be put in the same room and figure it out. So at the 5,000 watts, RIP 5,000, at his, when he came down, like, that's when we all connected. Really? And then we realized it was never nothing. Oh, it never is. It never is. Yeah. But as men, we got our pride, and especially as when we're trying to pop our shit and do our best shit. Yeah, you're gonna have, if we don't get a chance to actually talk, then it's like that. That's why I asked what the relationship was with Rewind, because sometimes it's like, hey, it's either off the rip genuine, or sometimes there's a little bit of something that you got to go through before you realize, okay, you my people, right? I met Fame back Now that I think about it, I met Fame back. I used to be a barber.
Yeah.
I met him back in like, I don't know, man, like 2012.
Right.
And it was funny how I met him because I was at a gas station. I was pumping gas and I was wearing my barber gear. He just walks up to me and he was just like, "Hey, you know how to put waves in hair?" And I was like, "Yeah," lying like a motherfucker. I had no idea how to put waves, especially in Caucasian hair, man. I'm like, "No, man." But in my mind, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get me another client," you know. And after that, we just became really, really close as far as like, you know, he was more than my customer after a while. We just started really chopping it up, and then he just kind of went missing.
Yeah.
And years later, and I mean many years later, now we're in 2020. I became a part of a group called Gym Tunes, and we're doing a show, and I'm walking through Brewster Street parking lot, right? And I see Fame, mad different. He has more tattoos now. You know, there's something about his aura, like you could tell he's running shit. And he was like, I'm looking at him like, I know this guy. And he's like, "You remember me?" It's like, oh, I'm like, "Oh shit, what's up, Fame?" And he's like, "Man, I'm the biggest DJ in Corpus Christi right now." He didn't say nothing else and walked away. No handshake, no nothing. And he just went. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "All right, cool, man." And then after that, you know, we rekindled that relationship, and then it's solid ever since. And I like to attribute, you know, Fame to a lot of this because, you know, the way that he puts people together. If it wasn't for, you know, Fame, or matter of fact, no, I actually met you the first time at the Vibe. No,
the Vibe, yes, but also like when y'all did, you know, when y'all did that the first party that I remember when y'all was with Nate, and y'all did
Christmas party.
The first one where y'all did where I want to say it was Zero.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah,
damn, that was the second Christmas party.
Yeah, so Zero, and then I remember y'all working with y'all at the for the what do you call it, the Jungle Club, and then we got because that balloon drop got me 9,000 views. So thank you very much.
Yeah,
that balloon drop got me 9,000 views. So I appreciate that.
Hey, we used to turn up on the balloon drops, bro. I remember. I think the first time we did it, we put like $1,000 in it.
Yeah, folks
were going nuts.
Yeah,
they were going absolutely nuts. But I remember. I remember that now. Yeah, and then the second one when we had Zero. That shit went crazy, man. Shout out to those times. But when did you start? Because I know you had your business settings in the Vibe, kind of, no?
Okay, so initially, like I was gonna go in on that deal. Okay, so like I had the money. You know what I'm saying, I had 50,000. I was gonna put in. I was gonna go. Man. So like, but what ended up happening was, like the two of them did, like the owner at the time, Jasmine, and then Rewind, like they had a situation, but it's like they hadn't figured out how it was going to go.
The fine print.
Yeah. Kind of like the operating agreement, I guess.
Right.
Like so they really hadn't figured out.
The idea was there. It's just like you know, the formal agreement was.
Yeah. So I'm coming in on Rewind side with, you know, so I'm the money coming from his side.
Right.
And then she got her side, whatever. So Rewind, he did a thing that he told me like never to do. He was like never turn on the money until y'all got an agreement.
Right.
Because once the money come in, then everything changes.
Absolutely.
So, but in that moment, I think he was kind of anxious to really kind of get the thing. So I think he kind of overlooked that rule that he had.
The golden rule.
The golden rule.
Yeah.
So that ultimately it became one of the biggest moments in the city. Like I still see, like every single day, I feel like I see like memories from the Vibe.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. That was probably one of the peaks, you know, because at the time, like I said, was in the group. The group was doing, you know, phenomenal. We were doing numbers. We were getting the clout and this, that, and the third. And the Vibe had a lot to play in that. You know, especially just showing up, just kind of being the faces of the city at the time. You know, I saw you in there a lot, and I always tell Fame, I'm like, I need a mix. That mix that he used to, because you know, obviously he would change it up, but he used to have this like solid mix that he would put and just really turn up the club. I mean, that shit would get super packed.
Right.
With that being said, you know, I know you have some dealings with the after hours now.
Right.
What have you learned from, you know, the vibe setting, and are you applying it now? And do you think it's a good investment to even do after hours?
I mean, it's not a bad investment,
Right.
overall. Like right now, I kind of manage the Reset Lounge along with the current owners.
Right.
So you know, I just apply some of the things that I learned from just the different after hour situations, the Red Rabbit, Club 54.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At Club 54, that's probably my most money getting. That's when I realized you can really get money at this.
Really?
Yeah, like we were hitting like $10,000 every, you know, on a weekend.
On the weekend? What's the most amount of money that you made in one weekend?
10 bands.
10 bands?
10 bands in 4
On a quick
hours.
weekend?
In 4 hours.
4 hours?
Yeah,
Oh,
10 bands
man.
in 4 hours. Like,
Shout out to the after hours, man.
so
Yeah.
like I was like, man, you making money like a drug dealer. Like,
Yeah,
yo, this,
absolutely.
yeah, so like,
Hey, we want something to do, man. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, that's just what it is. Because when the clubs stop, it's just like, you know, the people don't.
Yeah.
So there is always some room for that. But okay, cool, man. So, but with that being said, okay, so you did the vibe, okay, and then later on we started doing business.
Right.
Like, that's another thing. I've always wanted to ask you: did you ever think that me and you would ever be doing business?
I never thought we wasn't.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
Like, you know, like I'm big on everybody winning.
That's
Like
what's up, man.
like I've done events with Cribby, I've done events with Fame, I've done events with Rewind, I've done events with every DJ, you know what I'm saying, that
And that brings me to another question, man. How many events do you think you've thrown?
probably over 300, like if you count the club nights
Really?
and the probably over 300, yeah.
So was R&B Takeover? Because I know you're doing the Party 361 with Rerun, and then when did the R&B Takeover happen? Is that strictly like what we're doing now, or when did that start?
I want to say that started about 2020. I want to say that kind of is when that started.
Okay, cool.
And so I remember like me and Fame had a conversation outside of John Paul after the We on Fire basketball. Right.
Oh, yeah.
So so Fame was telling us like, you know what, man, I'm about to quit my job. You know, I'm about to I got this mindset. I'm about to go all in. Right.
Damn. So you got the Fame about to quit his job era.
Yeah.
I remember
so
that story. That's
so when we had that conversation, from that moment on was when like we really locked in.
really.
Yeah. So then, you know, then we talked about the R&B Takeover thing, and it was kind of his initial concept. And then like what I'm good at, you know what I'm saying, is like I'll see a talent in a person,
Right.
and I'll just channel it.
That's beautiful.
You know
man.
what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
like I'll just channel it, okay? And it may be just because like I see the star in them already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just gotta, you know, but maybe they don't just know how to necessarily get on the track yet.
How to harness that.
Harness that. So
yeah.
But you know, I give it, and at the same time, I'm giving them the game that I got. Whatever game I got, I'm giving it to them.
Because
So
I mean, a lot of people don't know this about you, man. But you are responsible for a lot of the major events that happen in this city. Like you have your hands in a lot of different major moves that's happened out here. And I'm super honored to work with you, man.
Yeah.
It's been butter working with you because we were both very business oriented, man. I remember when I first got the call from you. It was to do the rooftops, right? It was just like, hey, look, this is what we're doing. I think you would be a good addition to the team. Come on, let's do it. And I feel like ever since then, you know, it's just like we've been able to, you know, just kind of elevate even more and more and more. And just seeing and learning from you has been a blessing, man. So I really appreciate all the game that you give me, man. So what's next for the future? I know we got the Rhythm and Beach coming up, man.
Rhythm and Beach.
Yeah.
Rhythm and Beach. Yeah, that's what's coming up on June 13th, from 1 to 10 o'clock, basically.
Yeah, it's 10.
Yeah,
we
so
got to say that we closing at 9.
9, but
you know what I
yeah.
mean? So we get the wind down time, but it's till 10.
Yeah, so like, you know, it's kind of one of our bigger things we've done. We've taken all the things that we've learned and we're kind of putting them into this one particular event. But you know, and we're hoping the city really come out and show some love. You know,
Absolutely, man.
You know, because this really for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So you know, we want to create a thing that's that's unique to Corpus, that Corpus can hang their hat on and say, yo, this is for us. This is our thing, you know?
100%.
So like every year when we do it, because the goal is to, you know, I'm gonna speak it into existence, you know? So every year when we do it, you know, y'all can say, hey, that Rhythm and Beach, that's a Corpus thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. Because, you know, the Valley got their thing. They got you know, however they turn up on the beach, you know, whether it's, you know, spring break, summertime, they have that. And, you know, I feel like Corpus, we don't really have that, you know, that summer vibe. You know, we have our events, but nothing really on the beach.
Yeah.
So I think this is a major play, especially for our city, to have, you know, our annual beach events, right? Because, I mean, it would have been cool to even have the trail rides and keep that an annual event. I know there's some hiccups along the way with that, but I feel like Corpus, we have so much potential to do a lot, an absolute lot. And I know you've seen it. I know you've seen it all. If there's one thing that you could do, like, let's pretend it was like just on a personal level, like one thing that you can achieve, whether it be a club or a particular annual event or something just that KP wants to do, what would that be?
I definitely would love to do like a club at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think like being able to kind of take some of the experiences and apply them to the city. Like I go to other cities and I see the potential in our city.
Right.
You know,
no, facts.
And you know, we'll take some of those concepts, bring them back here, and we see that they're successful. So you can
100%.
you can get, no, you can't get a whole Houston vibe. No, you can't get a whole Dallas vibe. But if you can get a piece of that, you know, from an event that we're doing here, you know,
put our twist to it.
Put our own twist to it, exactly.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, then it's a win for y'all, you know, and you know, and yeah, obviously it's a win for us, but I really want it to be a win for y'all.
Right. You know, I like what we do so much because it's like a movie, right? Before the customers go in, you know, they got their comments about certain things on whether it's the price point, whether it's the hookahs, the seating, you know what I mean? They have their, you know, well, Houston does this and Austin does that, and I'm coming from X, Y, and Z place, and but at the end of each event, it's by far watching, like, you know, that like, yeah, we did that.
Right.
It's like, oh, we're coming back.
Right.
Oh, we got to do this again. Or, you know, so just watching the success of these events, you know, especially when it started, because for me, it just started at the rooftop. And, you know, I know you've been in the game for such a long time, you know, seeing different vibes, different events. And for me, it's just like, it's beautiful watching that, because I like seeing that. It's almost like a very rewarding feeling watching that. Like, after the comments, they're like, yeah, we got to come and do this again. So, yeah. But if there's anything that you think that the city needs more of, what would that be?
I just think the city needs more, like, just continuity and a little bit of more unity. Like, you know, like we're a little bit pessimistic at times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, like, there's really potential. People see it. The business owners see it. You know what I'm saying? And things are actually coming. You know, there are a lot of, like, great venues here. There are a lot of great situations. I think a lot of times we just got to change our mindset on it.
That's a fact, man. There's so much potential, and it's growing. And it's getting bigger. You know, it's not Miami,
right?
You know what I mean? It's you know, saying it's a little Miami might be a little.
It's a stretch that you're reaching,
yeah.
But, you know.
But I mean, at the end of the day, the potential is absolutely there, and you're absolutely right. You know, unification can change a whole lot of things, because everybody has their own little cliques and their own little, you know, business partners and things like that, and nobody really wants to work together. But if we saw that change, I mean, yeah, we could blow this spot up. It could be the next whatever we want it to be, or it could just be Corpus Christi. You know what I mean? Like, it's Corpus Christi at the end of the day. But yeah, man, if there's one thing that you would want somebody to remember you by after you're long gone, brother, what would that be?
That I really wanted to see people win. You know what I'm saying? Like I never was a hater. You know what I'm saying? Never felt like
that's a fact. I've never seen this man hate on nobody, and I behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I have never seen this man hate on nobody, bro. He's always been, you know, pure-hearted and absolute business-oriented, and, you know what I mean, working with him has been a pleasure. But continue, man. I'm sorry to cut you off. I had to vouch for that, because, yeah, that's facts. And I've heard some people hating behind the scenes before, but I had never heard you hate on nobody. Yeah.
I appreciate that too, by the way, because, yeah, like I just want people to win. Like, it don't matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? From the lowly hookah girl to the cashier to the bartender, like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like I see that, you know, there's so much money being made, like we can all win out here. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, so I just try to create environments where people can come in and, you know, and find a niche, you know, and win. Like that's really my biggest thing. So I want people to remember me like, hey, you know, he really wanted us to get out here and be our best selves. So
Yeah. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything you want to add before we get out of here, brother?
Yeah, man. June 13th, if y'all gonna be in the city, y'all need to pop up to the Rhythm and Beach Festival. Do not miss out. Meet us there. Meet us there.
Absolutely. Make sure if you haven't got your sections, go get them.
Yeah.
R Beach Fest. That's RN, the letter N, Beach Fest. Online right now, you can get your sections. You can get your tickets, whatever the case may be. The sections are going fast. We already sold out of all our platinum sections. We're about to sell out soon on the gold section. So get your section very soon. And yeah, just come out, have a good time with us. Turn up. This is going to be an annual event. We're going to speak that into existence.
Yes.
I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come over here on this show. This is Off the Record Texas. This is Sir Davis signing out.